What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back with another video on the M1000 single R. The bike is finally unlocked and tuned. We do not have a lot of gas, but we're gonna go on a quick ride and get our first impressions of the bike with this tune. It already feels faster just from this. Oh my god, this bike is really fast. As you guys saw, it gets a little wobbly. I don't know if it's like the wheelbase on this bike or the straight handlebar or whatever it may be, but the bike isn't really like the most stable. I think I've stabled the stabilizer enough that it feels like, you know, good enough and not like abnormal when you're doing like slower speed turns. As I said, it's like a naked bike. This bike made 201 wheel horsepower, bone stock as is. Pretty much just the tune unlocked. No filter, no exhaust, no nothing. So it's absolutely insane. It's finally nice out. The weather is like 80 something degrees, almost 90 degrees. That's why I'm in a tank top. So we're not going to be pushing it too hard since I have like pretty much nothing on. But I just wanted to get a first feel for it. This bike already felt really fast because of the different gearing on it, since it's a naked bike obviously. But also, I just wanted to see like how responsive this bike is. Like right now in 6th gear, this thing just picks up and goes. Like look, like no effort at all. Definitely felt like it has more top end than when I did that little ride. When I did that little ride, it struggled a little bit more to get to the 150 range. This time it got up there a lot faster. Yeah, hopefully I don't run out of gas, because I know it says I have 14 miles, but that's giving I'm riding it like civilized, which I don't plan on doing at all. You guys can see how like it gets all shaky. I think let me try to go into the regular race mode settings instead of the race pro, which is customized to me, and see if that adjusts the suspension a little bit, which makes it a little more stable than my current race pro settings. Now still, as you guys can see, like still a very wobbly bike. Let's try to adjust my stabilizer real quick. I think if I go down, it stiffens it up, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so this should be like max stiffness. I don't think it's just like the fact that the handlebars move a lot. It's just like, oh yeah, there's definitely help. But now, you know, the bike is on, as I said, like max stiffness stabilization. And I know like when I go do a U-turn or like turn at a slower speed, it's going to be very uncomfortable and annoying. Okay, this is not looking well. I have 11 miles left. I definitely shouldn't be doing this, but I'm in a rush, so I was like, I need to film this little video for a ride experience with the BT Moto tune and try it out before I drop this bike off for my meet. I'm showing all 3 of my new bikes. So this one, the V4S Corse, my 2 rental bikes, these 2, as well as my new personal bike. By the time this video came out, you already guys have seen that it's the KTM Super Duke, which I haven't revealed yet. So there's gonna be all 3 of my bikes there, so I need to drop this bike off there today. Whoa there, the 23 S1000 RR package distracted me a little bit, and this car just cut right in front of me. No signal or nothing. Gotta make sure that my keys don't go flying too. This is a keyless, a push start bike, so I gotta just make sure that that key doesn't go flying, because the only other spare key we have is a regular key and not like the electronic key, and I know these electronic keys are pretty pricey, so we definitely don't want to be losing any of my keys. This bike was already fast as is. As you guys saw, like this bike already did what, like 190 I think, or yeah, I think 190 to 192 wheel horsepower bone stock before even the tune, literally just from unlocking it through the dealership, so now it's absolutely an animal. I definitely feel I definitely feel mainly that dead spot that you always get in the mid-range of these bikes. They're always like very, very limited, and I definitely feel that like now it's a smooth power band, and definitely felt it a little bit up top as well. I don't know why I thought I was gonna be going. Oh well. Now that was a decent pull. Now that the stabilizer is on like completely maxed out stiffness, the bike feels a lot more stable and a lot better. I think it's still not made as well for higher speeds, just the like high handlebar, as well as the different short base probably, I'm assuming. Wheelbase, short base, what the hell? Definitely make it not like a top speed type of bike, but it still feels good enough. You know, on most racetracks and canyons and stuff like that, you're not really going to be going to extremely like high speeds, so you don't really, I guess, as for a naked bike, if you're trying to go like 150, 160, 170 plus miles an hour, then probably shouldn't get a naked bike. The Rush was a little exception, and that bike was pretty much had that super sport like riding position almost, because it didn't even have a straight bar. It had like clip-ons pretty much, similar to a super sport. Yeah, it definitely gets a little wobbly. Now I'm pretty sure if I do like some more adjustments in the suspension, since it's electronic suspension, I'm pretty sure that can mess with how wobbly it is. But yeah, the bike feels pretty solid. I just love that there's like no more flat spot and all of that anymore. That's the main thing that I was kind of concerned about. Yeah, as you see, I just give it gas and it just goes. Back then, right in that range where you're cruising and all that, it had a horrible flat spot. And as you guys saw from that little pull I did earlier, like the bike just picks up speed like super easily. So that's the main things with the tune. Just smoothing out that power curve, so it's like a good proper power curve throughout, and not just like power, then it dies, then power, and then it dies up top. Now the bike rides like how it's supposed to, OEM, and everything on it feels perfect. This is a really fast bike. Definitely doesn't have as much top end, or maybe just because it is very wobbly and all that, you know, I'm not pushing it as much. Again, I got this bike for my rental business, so what a wheelie machine. The bike just does not want to stay down. A little second gear pull, and just like that, nice power wheelie again. But as you guys can see, it gets pretty wobbly, a little bit more than I would like it to be. I wanted to do a little stoppie and test it out, but it didn't do it. I need to be a little more aggressive on the brakes, but this bike is like really rare, so you know, it's still new. I don't want to mess it up. The bike still has under 400 miles, so we're trying to keep it more civil and in one piece, I want to say. But yeah, what a bike. Now it rides like it should. Very smooth, so light, and the bike just, I feel like this would be a blast right now. I should definitely do another canyon run at some point with it right now and see how much better it is. As we tested right here a little bit, it definitely is not the best for higher speeds, but it still does the job, you know, it gets the job done. It goes up to like 150 pretty easily and stable. After that, it gets a little bit wobbly. As I said, this bike is not really made for high speeds. If you want that, you should probably get a super sport. Those bikes definitely feel a lot more stable. But yeah, what a machine. It's a handful for sure. Whoever is gonna rent this bike out, I'm gonna have it available. Well, by the time you guys are watching this, it's probably gonna be available, but whoever rents this out, please take care of it, because this is a very special bike, super rare, and honestly it is a handful. Like with this torque, it feels pretty much as fast as my M1000R, even though my M1000R is like stage 3. This is very, very similar to that bike. It's just because like of the different gearing, and I think this bike should be a bit lighter, maybe not from my M1000, but back when it was like more stock with the original exhaust and stuff like that. Yeah, I know, 5 miles left. We made it back in a safe kind of time. We can either get like a little gallon of gas to put it in here at the shop, or I can just take it some other time. But yeah, I just wanted to film the first ride on this thing, try it out now that it's been unlocked and it has a tune as well. So absolute beauty of a machine. I don't know what else to do. Next up, probably gonna take it to the canyon, as I said. If you guys did enjoy this video, and if you want to see more of this bike, more rides, we're definitely going to be doing, I'm gonna meet up with Troy from Brent Tuning, and we're going to be doing some racing with this one and against the stock one, and possibly race it with the Rush, the Super Duke, and a bunch of other hyper nakeds. I know a lot of people with a lot of hyper nakeds, so we're going to put this bike against those and see how it keeps up. We'll see if top end it's about the same, or if it's not, and just see how it compares, because on paper, based on like the numbers and how it does, this is an absolute machine. 201 to the wheel is just mind-blowing. So we definitely want to see if it translates to the street and you can actually use this power in the bike. It's not just going to be all over, you know, popping wheelies and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Check out kgear.com. I'm wearing it right now, and check Superbike Rentals on Instagram, or it's in also both my businesses are in my bio on my Instagram, which is AMK. So check them out over there, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Peace out and ride safe.